Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a lot of leftover paint as you can see. So I'm going to do some brush technique with a Filbert brush. So if you have a Filbert brush, let's grab that and let's get some paint on our palettes. It doesn't really matter what you have. I just have a little bit of everything. And what I've got here is the Filbert, and it's quite a big one. It is a flat brush combined with a round brush dome-shaped head. So it's brilliant for blending, it's great for doing, well, I'll show you exactly what it's great for doing. So you stick there and watch on ahead. So with a Filbert brush, like I say, it is great for blending. That is what I meant to say. I like to use it damp. When it's damp, you get a bit more flexibility in the bristles, and as well it helps carry the paint if it's quite a heavy paint. If you have fluid paint, don't worry about this. Skip this step. You don't need to water it down. It's probably watered enough. It's very fluidy and liquidy. Anyway, let's go on. So yes, you can blend. Let's get some blue paint on our brush. In fact, let's just dip a blue and a white. Why not? You can do it like this if you like. It's quite fun. And we're going to go back and forth with our brush, and we're going to drag that down, and look, it blends so beautifully. Because it's a flat brush, it covers quite a nice amount of ground. Now you don't have to blend like I just did then. In fact, I hardly ever blend like that. I usually put a nice thick coat of whatever colour I'm going to use first. Hey, let's dip that in the water. I usually put a nice thick coat of the colour at the top, and then whatever I'm blending underneath, let's go for white, why not? I usually put a nice thick layer of that. Usually also rinse my brush in between, and then I just go in between the two, and I drag it up and I drag it down and drag it up and drag it down until I'm happy with the blend. Now I went a bit far on this one, but you can see it's a great brush for blending your acrylic paint. It covers a lot of nice ground. So I'm just going to thickly put paint on, and look how much coverage we get. It's great. Let's give it a rinse. Let's see what else we can get out of this guy. Okay, great for painting petals. Why not? Let's get some petals out there. So let's get some white paint. White? That's definitely not white. Let's get some red paint on our brush. Maybe a bit of white as well. And what we're going to do, we're going to press our brush down, and we're going to drag and lift. Press our brush down, drag and lift. And you know, we're just using the shape of the brush now to create these beautiful petals. And we're using it flat. We're using the flat brush side. We're not using the edge. We're not doing anything too crazy. Like so. So you can get some nice, cool petals going on there. And of course, you can build them up. Well, as much as you like, really. Just have a play around with that. It's a great shape brush, isn't it? Okay, you can also use the edge of the brush. So again, let's get some of that white, some of that red. I'm being so messy today. I'm just in a messy mood. I'm going to press the edge of the brush, and I'm going to lift and drag. And you see these petals? They're a little bit more delicate. Let's say the word is delicate. You could actually do a nice little butterfly like this. Let's be honest. It's all good fun. When you have leftover paint, you just want to experiment with it, just like I'm doing right here. And see what you can get out of your brush and have a play. A play without having the need to create is just the best. Okay, we've got some other sort of petal flower, maybe, God knows, maybe it's like starfish. Right, okay, the Filbert brush, it's also got a nice delicate, let's get rid of that paint, there's a lot of paint on there. It's also got a very, very, very thin edge, like, you see how thin that is? It's nice. So we can get some nice little delicate marks using our brush. We can get some nice lines if we want to drag our paint up. I find water really helps. Let's get some water on. Get water on there. Drags a bit nicer. We can use the edges of our brush to get some nice lines as well. So there's always that option too. Again, Filbert comes in many shapes and sizes. This might be quite good for some funky hair going down like this. That's quite nice, isn't it? So you can get some nice shapes using your brush, exactly like that. You can also get some nice little, shall we go for a different colour? Little like dot marks, like stipple well, it's not really a stipple, it's more like I'm just literally pressing and lifting. We've got some nice dots, so you can get some dots. They're not always going to be perfectly round, not if you was going to use something like a round brush, for instance. It's not going to have the same effect. Okay, what else can we do with a filbert brush whilst we're here? Give me some ideas, shout out, what can we do? Okay, let's just grab some paint. A nice thing to do, we can create some nice waves like this. Quite nice. You can use the brush and you can see how when I push it out all the bristles are going everywhere. It's great for coverage like I said earlier, and you can get some funky shapes like that going on. That's really fun. Stippling is a good one. We've not stippled yet, so let's get stippling. I'm using the paint on the very tip of my brush. I'm just going to gently tap and move my brush left to right or wherever I want the stipple marks to be, and there you go. Lo and behold, we have stipple marks. You can take this as far as you like. This is great for foliage, you know, bit of grass, bit of this, bit of that. It's always great for that. What else can we do with Filbert brush? Okay, like I said, it's got this delicate edge, so we could just dip it in this outer yellow paint here. We could just tap around our little flower. Let's give that a little head in there. And we can just tap that in. Beautiful. And because it's a flat brush, it's great for laying down thick paint. So let's just scoop up some paint. You see how much paint's on there? So much. You can sort of use it, well, it's like a flat brush because it is flat. So we can just lay, roll and press wherever we want our thick, impressionistic, impasto paint to go. Look at that. It's so thick. I love it. And again, you can just do that anywhere you like. Beautiful. Okay, so I hope I've given you some ideas to go ahead and play with Filbert brush. Don't forget you've got this end of your brush as well, so we can go ahead and use that for anything. Well, maybe just for dots. If you want to use that edge as well. Use your tool to your advantage. Use it as much as you can. Have fun playing with it. See what else you come up with. Hopefully I've given you some ideas. Alright, I'll catch you in the next video. This was just a little random one because I had some paints left over. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.